The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Hey, what is up, YouTube fams? Dupree, aka Darth Hater, here with my review of Falcon and Winter Soldier, Episode 1 and Episode 2. I was a little busy last week, so I did not do Episode 1 and Episode 2, and Episode 3 is about to come out. So I want to kind of make this episodic like how I was doing for The Mandalorian. So this is going to be a two-parter. First thoughts. This was an interesting show. With the tone, but then with these two characters that came at us straight from Captain America Winter Soldier movie, I was maybe expecting a little bit of a different tone, but this felt like a continuation of that specific movie. Not Captain America 3, not even the first one, just that specific movie, where it got down into like the real nitty gritty and it, what does it mean to be a superhero, and what does it mean, like, after there's no more Captain America, or should I say there's no more Captain America. Sam Wilson is basically running ops for the Air Force. They did the whole flight scene and everything from the first movie. It's like, that's what they do with these shows. They drop in like a cool, dope action piece, and then it sucks you in, and then, you go from there. And I'm going to be personally honest. I'm going to be totally honest. I never really liked Falcon. Falcon, out of Avengers, out of Marvel characters, was never really my favorite. Winter Soldier is cool. I really like Winter Soldier. But this show actually kind of made me feel a little something for Sam Wilson. Kind of like WandaVision. Like both Wanda and Vision, or should I say Scarlet Witch now, I didn't really particularly care too much for, but that show made me actually really get invested. And that's what these longer drawn out shows do, is there's more screen time for them to flesh out the characters, give us some good backstory, give us some good real world stuff. Case in point, so Sam Wilson goes back home to see his sister, and I guess they have a fishing boat that their parents had that was given down the line. And it's funny because it's like everybody knows who the Falcon is, and they try and go get a loan at this loan company, at this bank, and then they're just denied. It's funny because it makes you think like, all right, you were friends with Tony Stark, you worked for him, you have Stark Tech, like basically you use Stark Tech, and you would think like your paycheck would be like huge. You think like Stark Industries or the government contracts or whoever would be paying them handsomely for all that they've done, but it's kind of the opposite. It's basically like like a thank you, like good job. Like that's basically what it is. I found that quite interesting because you never think about like this. Like it's kind of like a real world situation. What would it be like for a real superhero in the real world? I really love that aspect, and I just caught myself like thinking about that more so over. Another thing I want to talk about is the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier, Bucky, basically is still coming to terms with, his life, his past. I guess he was given a presidential pardon, and, in lieu of that, he has to go to court-ordered therapy sessions, which is very interesting, to say the least. Super soldier having therapy. But, just like in the old comics, like this was like real world problems. At the end, I'm not going to give too much away. Sam Wilson basically gives up the shield. Like he doesn't feel like he's ready for it. He doesn't feel like he deserves it. Basically continuing that same line from Endgame, where Steve is like, how does it feel? And then Sam says, it feels like somebody else's. And he continues on with that. They don't actually say what happens to Steve, like obviously from Endgame. Like we all know he's older. He's a super soldier, so who knows how that still affects his body in old age. Another thing that I was surprised they did is they brought in the agent dude. His name is Johnny Walker. He's basically the new, quote unquote, new Captain America. We need a new superhero to get behind. Stands for everything Steve stood for. And you see both Bucky and Sam's like expression, and then the episode ends and it's just like, ooh, like how is that gonna factor in? Like you already know they're gonna be like, let's beat this guy up and steal back his shield. Case in point, which I feel like they would do anyway. That's episode 1. Episode 2 continues on that. So the subplot also is that there is a faction of super soldiers that are out to reverse how things were for, like, you know, the snap. Have like these masks, and they have like the red handprints on the mask, powered with super soldier serum, and you know, Sam and Bucky aren't ready to handle it. Even the new Captain America and his quote unquote Bucky aren't really ready to handle it. So it's an interesting dynamic. So like they're basically going like at odds, you know, with each other. It's going to culminate in whatever happens in later this season, with Sam eventually getting a shield and becoming the real Captain America. This show was so interesting. They touched on like so many things, like representation. Another super soldier that was like, you know, given the same treatment like as Steve was in, I think, the 50s or something, the 60s. This older black dude, and it's just like Sam's like pissed, like, why wasn't nobody told about him? The show like really touches on some real aspects of like today's day and age. Even so, like, you know, they're both walking in the street after, both Sam and Bucky, and then Sam gets pulled over from walking, like literally like just pulled over until the cop, you know, was about asking for his ID, until the cop realized who he was. And it's just like, oh, you're about to like hassle me until you found out who I really was, huh? Okay, I see you, buddy. I see you. Bucky ends up getting arrested, which was interesting. I guess you miss your quarter-pointed therapy, you automatically go back to jail. This was a long-winded one. This was a really interesting show. I'm interested to see where they take this. Stay tuned, because I am going to have my thoughts and everything for episode 3. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what you guys are expecting from the show. Do you think it's going to go the way of WandaVision, where we didn't know what the hell at the beginning and then it took a drastic turn? Or do you think it's going to go kind of like a little bit predictable? I feel like it's going to go like a little predictable with how things are panning out so far. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought about this. Let me know what you guys thought about the show. What are your expectations for the show? Leave them down in the thoughts, comments below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you didn't like this video, hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you could be so kind as to hit that bell to get notifications whenever I drop my latest post. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.